to Two Nerds in a Podcast. I'm sorry for that. I just felt like I should do it for no reason whatsoever. Hey guys, it's me, Matt, and
I'm TC from Film Flash, everybody. How's it going?
Good. Sorry for the stupidity. I thought it'd be a funny way to wake people up.
It is, you're going to have a little bit more stupidity going on. This is the 4th episode, everybody, so enjoy.
Let's have some fun with it, because theory of thinking is do something stupid, they're not going to respect it, and their eardrums may melt. I'm so sorry. But no, I'm not really. Anyway, so...
You're right there?
No. Right, let's get into the topics we got here. So, we talked about, I don't know which episode it was, but that new Linkin Park album that's coming out.
Yeah.
Right? It's out now.
The new Linkin Park album.
So, it's out now. It's been out for a while.
Take it away, MJP.
So, you don't really listen to this kind of stuff.
I don't.
But
sorry.
It's Linkin Park. Now, as we've said before, they are the best-selling They do have the best-selling debut album of the entire century so far. That's 17 years.
That's pretty much.
This album is not their usual sound.
Yeah, I've noticed I heard a few songs. I mean, I'm not completely absent from what's going on. I mean, I know that they were a bit more on the hardcore side, and now it's got a little softer. Is that correct? I think I've noticed a few songs that have been a little bit more slower, like slow songs.
Here's the thing. I saw an interview with Mike, who produces their albums, who's also the rapper from the band.
Yeah.
He said in the interview that a lot of the music on the new album, when they play it live, it comes out a lot heavier when they play it live, and it sounds different to the recorded
as
studio
they all
version.
do. I mean, that's true. I mean, every song sounds different.
So the song in the album may sound very, very, very different to the one you hear it live.
Yeah.
But then again, you can't make the same kind of music for 20 years straight. The band is 20 years old.
Yeah, they're gonna have some different changes. I mean, they're tweaking it up a bit. I mean, it's like you wouldn't want it to be the same old stuff. And besides, doing this, like I said in the past videos, they're just doing this. They're gonna attract more audience. They're gonna attract them. They're gonna open up their range. You know, they're having range of doing different kinds of music. And I think, people like MJP who followed them from a long time ago, like that version of music. And I don't think they're done doing that kind of version of music. But I think they're just gonna open it up and attract more people. I think.
Oh, they will go back to that at some point.
Yeah,
it's what their roots are in, but. Making an album, here's the thing, a lot of their fans will go into it and go, oh my god, I don't like them anymore because they're not making, the Hybrid Theory music.
Right.
Which is their first album. They're not making the music from 20 years ago. But here's the thing, Hybrid Theory was a good album 20 years ago in terms of a selling album.
Yeah.
Which is why it's a best debut selling album of the century. Doesn't mean it's going to do well now. Music tastes and times have changed.
Yeah.
So, a good album 20 years ago, as a selling album, may not be a good selling album now.
Exactly. So
you don't have very many mainstream rock bands that come onto the scene and do as well as they have. No, you don't see
exactly. I know exactly what you mean. I mean, stuff happens. I mean, they're going to change it up. So,
but here's the thing: it's a great album to listen to. It's not necessarily a good Linkin Park album. It's on the lower scale of Linkin Park albums for me personally. But it is a good album. Like, in terms of the music and the quality of the songs, it's up there. It's like one of the best. It's one of the best albums released in the last year or so. But it's not it's not a good Linkin Park album.
That's the thing. Because you're following a different kind of version of music. Well, this might be one of the best for some people. I mean, it all depends on
the
someone's perspective. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So,
but Linkin Park's most known music is in my favorite genre of music. But I listen to vast amounts of different.
I don't remember me asking you what was your favorite album, that they've done.
They've done. My favorite one is probably their second one, which is Meteora.
Oh, okay. What year did that come out?
2003. I think,
oh, okay.
Off the top of my head, I do have it behind you on the shelf.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that's my favorite. That's my all-time favorite album ever, actually, as well. My favorite album they've made, but I have different albums for different things. Like, I used to listen to Gareth Gates when I was 10 years old, 9 years old, and he was one of these hot guys that girls used to listen to.
Yeah.
So I went from that to sort of 5-6 years later to listening to like Linkin Park and heavy
Yeah,
music.
exactly.
Just because that teenage angst out, you know?
Yeah.
Right. But I think that's enough on Linkin Park for now. Pretty much what needs to be said has been said. And then we've got on the list, let's have a look, video games. So Spider-Man
Video games.
PS4.
Well, because now we're, in a world of post E3 2017, we got to see some pretty good looking games out there coming out. surprisingly, I am a fan of PlayStation 4. I'm a PlayStation fan. I've had PS4. I mean, I like Xbox, but problem with PS4's let's say their announcement panel was mainly for 2018 video games, like their God of War game, that Detroit game, even Spider-Man PS4, and to be honest, when it comes to PlayStation, they've announced Spider-Man PS4 as an exclusive, and the gameplay was in there and stuff like that. I mean, on the other hand, a few days before we had Xbox showing the Assassin's Creed Origins gameplay trailer, and that was really interesting, and along with some more gameplay footage as well.
On the note of the Assassin's Creed thing,
yeah,
it wasn't Xbox releasing it.
Really?
It was Ubisoft.
But they did it through the Xbox console, am I correct?
No. Ubisoft had their own panel because if you
okay.
See, here's the thing. This is how I found out about things like The Crew 2, which we'll talk about in the next episode, and Assassin's Creed Origins. Is Ubisoft had a huge panel of about 20 or 30 different videos that they recorded while they're at the free event.
Right.
Showing like stuff with Steep, Crew 2, Assassin's Creed Origins, different games, all of that kind of stuff. Now, with that said, Spider-Man has always been, from my memory, a PlayStation exclusive kind of game. Do you remember the Spider-Man 2 game from PS2?
Yeah.
Where you had to deliver the pizza. You had 5 pieces delivered in like a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
And you had to do it with Spider-Man. Like, that was PS2 only, I believe.
No, it wasn't that. That Spider-Man 2 game was actually for all the other consoles. It was for Xbox and had a few other versions. But the truth is, I think what you're trying to say is that Spider-Man belongs to Sony. And Sony's PS4, and now Spider-Man's become pretty much of a mascot for PlayStation. And that is what they're using, I think.
You're right. You're on the right track for that. I believe what's happened is Sony have bought the rights for Spider-Man off Marvel to make a game. Making it in a script.
They've actually had the rights all along. At most, what they're doing is they kind of, I think, since this is Sony's property, since whatever's happening with the films, okay, now that they're doing the deal with Marvel Entertainment, which is a complete different faction, what they're doing is they just want, Sony wants a game of their own, and it's just Spider-Man, because they don't really want to, they're doing the whole deal with the movies to cross over, and they just want, I think they're just really making, besides, this isn't developed by, I think the real reason is because it's developed by Insomniac. And that is a company that has always made games exclusively for PlayStation 4. PlayStation. So it's really not, I don't think it's much of a rights thing. It's just more of Sony owns Insomniac, and Insomniac is creating Spider-Man PS4. That's what I would think.
But let's get onto the major thing with this Spider-Man thing. The suit. Come on.
Yes. It was
that suit,
gorgeous.
In terms of Spider-Man stuff, it's pornography.
Yeah, I mean, it is just amazing. I love what they did with the colors. I love the red, white, and blue. It's like seeing that white spider, that white emblem on his chest, fits so well. It fits so well, because it's like, we always had this vision of Spider-Man with his eyes being white, that there could have been a bit more white, but we didn't know where to put the white. Instead, now it's like we have this emblem, which is bold and big, and it's in the back, it's in the front, and it's white. And I love what they did with the arms and the knuckles and the whole... The white, it's gorgeous. I really think it's nice.
And I think on the point of those bits and those panels on the arms, it seems like he's actually built in some armor for himself.
It is literally armor, I think.
When he fights.
Yep.
Now, to me, it looks like panels of carbon fiber from like the patterning they've got on it.
Yes.
So that will be interesting to see what people do with cosplays.
Oh my gosh. That is good.
They'll either I'll guarantee you this, most people will go into a cosplay situation like you did with your last cosplay, where they go on the internet and buy a suit and then they wear that. But I don't think many people will actually go to the effort of trying to make the panels
I think
separately.
the fun part about this costume is that you could make it more personalized. You can actually make part of it yourself. Like, I would say you buy the suit, okay? You buy the print, but you go on and make the 3D things yours. You know, you make the 3D knuckle armor, you make the whole forearm thing, and I think that's really cool. Especially now he also has a bit of everything. He even has the whole eye thing that moves up and down.
The eyes, of course.
You know, like the new Spider-Man in the film. So really excited for that. Really excited for that. I mean, in terms of gameplay, I expected no better. I mean, I knew this was going to be amazing. I loved the gameplay. I loved it. I loved okay, obviously they did quote they said that the villain in that Mr. Negative in the video game gameplay, he's not the main villain. He's going to be the villain. He's going to be a side mission villain, or a villain I believe that is in the story arc but is not going to be the main villain. So there's going to be more to that. They didn't show their main villain in the game. But I love it. I loved it. It was 8 minutes and it was nice. I talked about it in my previous video anyway.
I remember trying to go to bed and I saw his videos like Spider-Man 4.
Yeah.
Watching that. Not Spider-Man 4. Spider-Man PS4. Watching it.
Which now has a title. It's just called Marvel's Spider-Man. It's just
That's cool.
I kind of saw that coming. You know, I was like, they're going to make it as simple as possible. They're just going to be like, Spider-Man, that's it. So,
I want to see if they do like a collector's edition with a statue.
Oh man, I got that. I'm getting that if that happens.
Like the ones I've got.
Like the Assassin's Creed ones. Yeah. Oh my gosh, if that happens.
I've got up there. I've got the artwork books for Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
Yeah, definitely.
And Syndicate. The paintings they have inside of them. Like, they have an entire section of the company that just does paintings of like watercolors and stuff. They should be made into artwork or posters. They are amazing. I would love to put them on my wall.
What I love about this whole game stuff is that now, even like MJP said, the whole Assassin's Creed stuff coming out, and I'm happy that I saw the film and I thought it was really, really good.
I've seen the film too.
Yes, and it could have been. I loved it for what it was. I think it was great. Could it have been better? Probably. I mean, they could have used. I'm sure making it a bit close to the game storyline and a bit more. But enough of that. I think it was a great film. The games, obviously, for me, that's my first love of the series. I love Assassin's Creed, the video games. Okay, so for me, continuing that saga means a lot more to me. So with the whole Assassin's Creed Origin thing coming, which is a direct prequel, I'm excited for it. I heard that the protagonist's name is Bayek. And it's all going to be set in Egypt, ancient Egypt, and that looks good. They changed the combat system. I don't know if you've seen the gameplay combat system.
I've seen a little bit. It looks very, very different. But
it's
then again,
very Witcher-ish.
It's if you look at the amount of weaponry he carries on him compared to prior games,
yes,
you can kind of tell that he's not really what I would call a specialist fighter.
Yes,
he's he's good at many different weapons. So that makes him lethal.
I think he's going to be better. I think when I play this game, I'm going to be playing more. I'm going to be using, if I have a choice, more his bow and arrow, more the kind of tactical stuff like that. Not much his blade and sword and stuff, because I see him just whacking it. Okay? And I don't think there's a lot of skill into it. I think it's just press the button and he whacks the sword like a general video game. And I don't think I like that too much. I don't know. I just don't. He's not fighting like Altair or Ezio. Okay, he's fighting completely different.
The thing with certain characters, you've got to kind of realize what their skills are. People like Jacob from Syndicate, he's really, really good fighter on the move. He's what I would call an on-the-fly movement killer. He's someone that you can run through a situation and kill the guy.
A lot of punching too, a lot of fighting, a lot of fists in that game.
Also, and then when you do get into a proper fight, he's very close up and he's very hands-on.
Yes.
A bit like Altair with the short blade on his back in the first Assassin's Creed. That was my favourite weapon of all time.
That was fun. He used to pull that out and fight with the short blade.
Do you remember the
I missed that short blade in the next games.
The last... Ezio had one.
I think in the second, I don't remember when he had one, but I'm sure he had something.
It's a dagger though. He called it a dagger. It was a different thing. Do you remember Assassin's Creed? The best fight out of the entire series has to be the last fight at the very end of Assassin's Creed 1. You're surrounded by about 15, 20 guys.
Yes.
You take them all out, and then you have to fight the big Templar.
Yes.
And that was so hard. I spent about, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks trying to beat that guy.
No, I was funny. I actually played that once, and I remember I don't know how many times I died trying to. I don't know how many attempts I've done, but I remember the last time I managed to do it, I had to regain health for some reason. So I remember fighting a few people, and I started running. So I started running away in circles, and then it's well, it was hilarious. But But that game, you know what? I feel like replaying it with this knowledge I know now of the series and just whizzing through it. I mean, I'd love to play that game. It's a long one too, isn't it?
That one's one of the longest, but I love the fact that you get to meet King Arthur in it and King Arthur's horse. Oh my! The graphics of the horse were terrible. Like the movement.
The white one.
Yeah.
You had a white one, yeah.
It was bad. You know what? As I said to you earlier before we started recording this, my delivery will probably turn up while we're doing this. Yeah. I think it's just turned up outside.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully my little
Happy
brother
days.
downstairs
Happy days.
will pick it up. Let's just have a look. I don't know if he did or not, but yeah. Let's just pause the recording for a moment, sort out the situation, and then, guys, we'll be right back talking about the Wonder Woman stuff.
Yep.
Right, we're back. So, we're talking about Wonder Woman.
Yeah, we're going to talk about Wonder Woman right now, and basically, well, I saw the film. Did you see the film, MJP?
No.
Did not. All right. I thought it was really, really, really good. I mean, honestly, I didn't think it was marketed that well, as good as it actually is. I mean, I think the film is way better than the way it was marketed. I mean, the DCEU kind of started off strange, with the whole how people like Suicide Squad and all that other stuff. I mean, it's like there's not that much, but I really loved how Wonder Woman was. Really, really loved it. I liked just the way she was. Gal Gadot is an amazing actress, and I wouldn't want to spoil anything, but villains and characters inside. I mean, it's a great film. It really, really is.
It kicks butt.
It does.
I've seen clips and stuff of it here and there.
Mm-hmm.
We've got the guy from Star Trek movies who plays Thingy. I can't remember his name.
Kurt. Yeah, he's Trevor in this one. Yep, he's good, really, really, really good.
It's
phenomenal acting, really.
Mind you, it's the first major female character superhero movie to be released pretty much ever.
If you don't count that crappy Supergirl movie back in the 80s or something.
Or the Halle Berry Catwoman.
Or the Halle Berry Catwoman. But, or Elektra. From 2004.
Oh, those films were terrible.
Was crap.
They were good back in the day, but then they've been redone.
I don't think there's any other. I think we just pretty much named every female superhero film flick. Ever. Yep.
Then again, you've got the Supergirl TV show nowadays.
Yeah, but the TV show, I mean, that's different.
But the thing with TV show, most of it is she's attractive, so I'm going to watch it.
Yeah, I mean...
It's not like, ooh, Supergirl!
Yeah.
No, she's hot.
Yeah, I mean, I can't stand the actor who plays Superman.
You watch Smallville, right? Do you remember Kara from Smallville?
Laura Vandervoot.
Yeah.
Yes.
How attractive she was.
Wow, she's hot.
Or
she was amazing.
It got to the point where Smallville was just, you watched it just for the fact of the attractive
she's there,
actresses in it. You had like Erica Durance, who was Lois Lane.
Yeah.
Alison Mack, who was...
Chloe.
And then Kara... Kara Danvers. No, Kara Danvers. Kara.
Kristen Cook.
She was... Kirk, what's her name? I can't remember her name.
Lana.
Lana, who's Lana Lang. It's just an endless stream of attractive girls.
Yep.
It's just weird.
Yeah, man. It was amazing. Smallville is actually one of my favorite television series ever.
Smallville,
I love that series. I mean, I love that. I actually love Gotham. Okay. I love that show. I think it's really fun. I like it, even if it's not like crazy in the source material. I like it. I think it's a really good idea to have a young Bruce Wayne and a whole young. But I love that. But back to Wonder Woman, I thought it was a great film. Definitely worth checking out. I'm sure most people actually saw it now. It's been out since
by now. I think
it's been out since like June 2nd. It's been out for pretty much a month now.
I've not seen it, but I will eventually see it at some point.
Well, get out of the Stone Age then. Come on, MJP. Gotta see Wonder Woman.
I can only go to the cinema when my parents take us. Because of where my local cinema is.
Yeah.
Because I live just outside London.
Yeah.
So the nearest cinema to me is actually within London.
Uh-huh.
So unless I go with my parents in the car to go to the nearest cinema, I've got to travel into central London to go by myself on the train.
Okay, yeah.
So it's kind of easier to go with my parents than it is to go through central London to find a movie theatre and spend a lot of money.
Well, don't worry. You can wait in about 3 months. They'll release a digital copy, so...
Probably... Put it this way, it's already on the internet to watch.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. I'm sure you have your ways to
somewhere.
Stream it.
I'm not going to do that. I'll wait till it comes out. I'm going to talk about we've got 2 movies left. We've got King Arthur and the King Kong film that came out.
Yeah, I haven't seen neither of those, so...
I haven't seen King Arthur.
So we're just going to be talking about it.
Let's do King Kong first.
Yeah.
I have seen that.
Okay.
And King Kong is... just a weird movie. It is a very strange movie. You know the guy that isn't Will Ferrell from Step Brothers?
Mm-hmm.
So basically, in the film, two planes crash. It's like an American guy and a Japanese guy.
Mm-hmm.
They end up fighting on the edge of a cliff, and this big hand comes over the edge of the cliff, and it's King Kong, right?
Yeah.
And then you bump into him later in the movie. He's like, "I've been here for 40 years or something, you know, or 20 years, whatever it is." And he's got a big bushy beard. You know, he's still wearing his army uniform. His Japanese friends died or something, and he's built a boat which ended up getting used to get off the island. But the really, really clever thing they've done with this movie is they basically said that King Kong is like a teenager.
You serious?
Yeah. So they said that he can get much, much bigger than he already is in the movie. Like, he's pretty big in the movie. He's big as a mountain.
Teenage Kong.
He's as big as a mountain inside the island he lives on.
That's ridiculous.
Like, he's huge. But they say he can get even bigger. Now, here's the thing.
Crazy,
there has
man.
been rumours and speculation for quite a while now. There's going to be a Kong versus Godzilla movie.
Yeah, they're going to make that again.
They're going to make that.
With that Godzilla of 2014. The one that we never actually really got to see in the film.
Yeah.
It's like all people
coming.
and stuff.
It's coming. But here's the thing, right? If he's going to get bigger,
yeah.
and he's literally just a teenager and still growing, he's going to be huge.
That's crazy.
Like, he's already big.
I can't stand that idea. It bugs me because he's already huge. How big is he gonna be?
And here's the funny thing as well. Who remembers the Jack Black King Kong movie from back in the day, like 2006, 2008 kind of time?
Yeah, I love that one. No, it was actually 2005, I think.
It's a great movie. It's a great movie, and the video game of it as well
Jackson
was
or something.
amazing.
Yeah.
That video game was brilliant. It was scary but good. Who was in that film? Apart from Jack Black, who was famous name?
Will Smith. I'm sorry. Samuel Jackson?
Yes, he's in the new one as well.
Yeah.
He's in both.
Wow.
Every time Kong pops up, it's like Samuel L. Jackson just in the corner.
Why? Is he like some kind of weird cameo all the time he's gotta make? I mean, what the hell? I mean, what's with Sam Jackson in King Kong movies? Why? You know? I mean, it's like... It's ridiculous. I mean, if it's a reboot, why was he have to? He's playing another character, so he's going to be like the Stan Lee of these King Kong movies. Is that
maybe they're related?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what's going on. It's just interesting, but yeah.
Like Godzilla's his nephew, a few times removed.
I don't know, but yeah.
No, I don't think it's that. It's more probably to do with the fact that he can play a certain character that is needed in that film, and he does it rather well. Because in the first film, he's like a shipmate, who's rather good with guns, and in this one, he's an army commander or general, something like that. He's pretty badass in this new one. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. And we've got Tom Hiddleston as well in the movie. He's pretty cool too.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, you got Tim Hiddleston. I mean, you got the whole usual cast members and stuff. But whatever. Right.
So we've got about 5 minutes left of this. The last thing we go to talk about is the Charlie Hunnam King Arthur movie. And this movie stars Charlie Hunnam, who was the lead character in, obviously, Sons of Anarchy, which is what he's most known for, or Green Street Hooligans, which is another great film. Mm-hmm. And the thing is, Green Street Hooligans kind of gets... On the note of this Green Street Hooligans movie, it kind of gets sidestepped that... what's his name who plays Frodo?
I don't know his name, man. I totally forgot. I think I used to, but I don't remember.
Right. Can't remember his name off my head. The guy that plays Frodo is in this film as well. It's a very, very different kind of role for him entirely.
Yeah, he ain't no damn Hobbit no more.
Yeah. This is before he played the Hobbit, I think. It's early.
I don't know.
Or it's either before or just after.
You talking about Frodo or Bilbo?
Frodo.
Okay.
So it's just after he did Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
So really good film. But this King Arthur film is epic. It's directed by Guy Ritchie, stars Charlie Hunnam, and also Jude Law. But Jude Law is playing the bad guy. Don't see that very often, do you?
Not really.
He plays a great sidekick. Yeah. Wink, wink, Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, whatever.
But he doesn't play a particular... I don't know. I haven't really seen the film make a good judgment on it. But it's kind of... It's the mythology of King Arthur. You know, the sword and the stone. There's like huge mystic animals and a magic sword and an attractive guy for the ladies to look at. It's pretty much everything you ever want.
Stuff going on, yeah.
It's a film for like the whole family, basically. Sort of like the badass action for the kids, the sexy dudes for the mums, and then the mythology, awesome history stuff for the dad.
Yes.
Who's probably fallen asleep in the cinema.
Mm-hmm.
That happens a lot. I've seen it happen. It's funny to look at.
Yeah.
But I think, yeah, it's a really good film from what I've seen in terms of clips and trailers and interviews and stuff like that. It's a movie I really, 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 really want to see, but I missed it in the cinema when it was in the cinema. And I'm hoping it comes out on DVD in the next couple of months.
Well, yeah, it's about a 3 months wait all the time.
I think it should be in the next month or so. I'm hoping it might come out before my birthday, because I'd like a copy of that.
Mm-hmm.
Just so I can sit in my room and watch it.
When did it come out?
I can't remember. That's the thing.
Was it in like May or something? Because
I think it was May or June.
because if it was May, okay, it would have to for it to come out in July. It would have to be
2 months.
3 months. It'd be like
August.
early April.
It'd be August.
If it came out like in April, I mean, like if it came out like if the film actually came out in April,
I think it was late April or early May. One of the two. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah.
But it looks to be a great movie. It's worth checking it out. And once I have seen it, I will come back to you guys and tell you what I think. But for now, I don't know. So we'll keep an eye out.
Cool, man. We're gonna wrap this up.
I think we should. Yeah, we're done. We've got stuff to do. So yes. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Please remember to like, share, comment, subscribe down below. Tell us what your opinions are of certain things we've spoken about today. And we will most likely see you next time.
Yep. See ya.